Hey guys, it's Shokin from Large Light Studios here, bringing you another tier list video, and I'm bringing you this with Aaron here.
Yep, it's me.
That's him. Yeah, this is gonna be a fantasy character tier list, but specifically for the Game of Thrones characters. We'll see how that goes. But before we get into this video tier list, make sure you take a check out on the video on the game we're making called Winter Reach Emporium. We've got a bunch of videos out, some game dev vlogs on it already. Give it a wish list, we'd appreciate it. And give us your comments to the video. We appreciate it. Ready to go, Huron?
Do it.
Alright. First, we have the one and only Sir Davos Seaworthy.
The Onion Knight.
The Onion Knight. What a good name, by the way. Every Onion Knight I've ever heard of, I liked every Onion Knight. I'm gonna be real. You got one in Dark Souls too, but
I know the Dark Souls one.
yeah, that's another big guy right there. This is probably my favorite of like the pretty much objectively morally good characters in the show. I think I like Sir Davos the most of all the objectively morally good guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think like in Stannis' camp, he's kind of like the best
Yeah,
character.
I totally agree.
I don't think you're off. I think A tier is pretty legit for him.
I think A tier is totally legit. I think A tier is right where he belongs. As much as he might be S tier in my heart, I don't know if I think he belongs in S tier just because maybe he doesn't have enough initiative in the story to be S tier, but we'll see how it goes. Here's another pretty morally good guy, as a matter of fact. The one and only Ned Stark.
Jeez, this is gonna be tough to not put everybody in A and S.
That's right. There's a lot of good ones in this show. Ned Stark is probably the best objectively good character in the show, actually. The difference is that this one doesn't stick around long enough. He was pretty much the first protagonist of the show.
He's played so well.
Yeah,
Sean Bean kills it.
Yeah.
I low key. Damn, it's tough because I don't want to hold it against him that he was only in it for a season, but
I mean, he's very
I feel like
important
it's
for
gonna
that
be
season he's in
impossible.
there.
He is. I think it's gonna be impossible to not like put everybody really high, but because of that, I almost feel like he has to be B.
You know, here's the thing. Like, as much as it's true that he was in for such a short time, like that set the precedent for the Game of Thrones show that it is totally willing to kill people at the end of season 1. Like, it's willing to kill anybody and everybody. I think that it's setting the precedent and it being such a beloved character at the time. I think he belongs in A. Maybe we can put him below Sir Davos Seaworthy, but
My thing is, if it's how much we like him,
It's
he kind of pissed me off based on like how terrible he was at like handling the whole situation.
yeah, he doesn't want to play the Game of Thrones. That's
Yes, he handles it so terrible, and he has like 10 opportunities to win.
He does. He does have more. In fact, if there was a person who had the best opportunity to win the Game of Thrones, if he had just played it, he could have been Ned Stark. It really could have been.
I think he's B,
Alright.
but his character is awesome. I really like his character.
Yeah, I think B is totally fine for now. It's not like he's got weak competition. Another guy everybody likes. This is Prince Oberyn. Who doesn't like Prince Oberyn?
All right, we're gonna have to live it what the tiers are because
he's
to me he's actually all three of these characters in my heart are S tier.
Right?
So.
And it's like Prince Oberyn only ever made one mistake in the show, okay? And it really, as soon as he made it, it was pretty much like it ended his character. But until that moment, this guy was totally like a top tier player in the Game of Thrones in the show.
I think he's.
How many characters? You
don't-
have like 30 characters. What do you want to do? Limit it to five a rank?
6 probably. I think it's 6 if we have 30.
It's about 30 now. We have 27, so six is fine.
Okay, I'm gonna say he probably is B, but could go up.
Yeah, it is. I think B, but could go up. I want him behind Ned Stark though. I like Ned too much.
Okay.
This guy. This guy pretty much.
S tier.
Yeah,
he's S tier.
he is the Game of Thrones character. He's the.
I think he's the. Yeah.
He's the most unique Game of Thrones character. Like he belongs in this universe more than anybody else.
He's the best main character.
Yeah, he's there he is the main character the longest, really. Like if you want to give like for screen time for guys who didn't die and actually like he had the most time to grow and develop, and he's a joy to watch the whole time. He's really entertaining. Everybody likes Tyrion. And next is his brother, Jaime Lannister.
I actually like Jaime.
I also like Jaime. I
Okay.
read a bunch of stuff that people like that the writers actually tried to make us like Jaime less because in the books he's actually less of a dickhead than he is in the shows, and people still like him in the show. Like they make him do things that's like kind of like supposed to make the audience like not like him, in the show. But people ended up liking him anyway. Like they just couldn't make Jaime an unlikable character.
I don't want to say it, but I think he's like. I kind of think he's like C tier because of the ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's that they really like ruined his character at the end when they swap. Like they keep flip flopping what they want to do with characters at the end. Like if he had just stayed with the good guy camp at the very end there, it could have been okay, right?
No, he would have been awesome if he had like a full, because he has like a whole like character progression, and then they just like throw it away.
Yeah, and
like,
they have a pseudo romance that they're building up with
Brienne of Tarth.
With Brienne of Tarth, and then they just throw it all away for this loser dumb broad that he's been getting played by the whole show.
I hate dumb broads, but yeah,
we do.
I think he's C just because some of the other characters are so good. I really like season 4, season 3 actually, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When
Season 3.
Is
it 3 or is it even 2?
It might be 2. I think it's
3
because it's like Ned Stark dies.
Pretty early,
and then the war,
pretty early.
The war happens. So it's like the first battle that Robb Stark fights. He wins and he captures Jaime, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the second.
There's early seasons that he's like really prevalent. I really like him, and then I like him when he's with Bronn.
Yeah, and I like that he wanted to fight Ned Stark on an even field in the first season, and then he gets shafted because one of his like soldiers stabs him in the foot or in the leg or whatever.
Yeah. All right, next.
Jon Snow, the other protagonist of the show that lasted the longest.
I want to tell you this might be a hot take.
Let's give me your hot take, man.
He's like B tier.
He's not the most exciting character for you?
No, of like the like good guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's like I like him, but that's really it.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of his...
He does a lot of dumb stuff too, by the way. Like he does a lot of really dumb stuff. He makes like countless decisions that are really dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think in the books, I've seen that he's has flaws, but in the show he's like as morally he's like flawless.
Yeah, he doesn't make a decision that's hurtful to him as a moral character. It's like it's like that the audience is like, oh, I'm really upset that he had to make that decision.
He's kind of played as Ned Stark.
Yeah.
Low key.
He's Ned Stark too.
Yeah, so I think he's like B, honestly.
I'm actually cool with him in B. I mean,
he could even be C. You could even argue to me that he's C tier.
I think we should see how it goes. The problem with him is it feels like a lot of these characters have agency in the story, but Jon Snow just goes where he's told until he dies. Like he kind of just does his duty, you know what I mean? But his duty is like being here at this one place defending the wall, or he's not actually partaking in the Game of Thrones and all the exciting cool stuff. We're having to deal with the fantasy army stuff up with the north. And do we ever really feel like the northern armies are actually going to beat the kingdoms? Like I never really feel that way, and when I'm watching the show, I don't really feel like they're going to lose. I thought they could have
beat the wall. Yeah, I thought they were going to beat the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. There was no part of me that was like, oh, they're going to march through the seven kingdoms and really cause problems. Maybe they killed Jon Snow, but they already did that.
I think he's top of C actually.
We'll put him at the top of C. Somebody's going to be upset, but that's okay. This is Marjorie Tyrell, right? I think that's her name.
Yep.
She is probably my favorite female character in the show.
What a hot take. I was about to say she's like C or D tier.
You don't like Marjorie? No, I really
She's
like
not even
Marjorie.
close to my favorite female
Well,
character.
maybe her grandmother's better. I
I'm
personally
pretty
like
sure
Ygritte as a person more, but I don't know. I
I
really
like
like.
Ygritte. I like Ygritte better too. I like Arya better, which we didn't put Arya in
Uh,
this list. I'm noticing now.
yeah, I did
I
say
like
that, but
I like Arya better. I like Daenerys way better.
I don't like
I
Daenerys
even
more
like
than.
Brienne of Tarth kind of better.
I like Marjorie. I don't know. When I'm watching this, when she's on screen, I enjoy Marjorie more than most of these characters. Like,
Jeez, what a gooner.
I mean, not a gooner, not a gooner take, not a gooner take. Damn.
She's C tier, bro. She's could be D, but she's C because she kind of has she has a little bit of a personality in the show, and she kind of becomes a bit of a character later on. It seems like she's gonna like take the mantle
yeah,
from
she really like
Olenna.
she had the potential to like actually like win, right? Like she was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
close to winning.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, it was kind of, cool to that point, and then she gets blown up. Spoilers, by the way. We'll see how it goes, I guess, man. I like her more than that. That's
Right.
fine. We'll go to her grandmother, right? That's her grandmother?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember her name.
Olenna Tyrell, the Queen of Thorns. She's S tier.
S tier?
She's S tier, bro.
She is. I don't
She's
feel like
so
she's.
S tier.
I don't feel like
she's so S tier.
I feel like if she had more time, maybe, but I don't know that
She's
she's on screen
played-
enough.
She is. She's on screen in like the second season.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think about.
She has so much stuff, like everything to do with Joffrey's wedding.
Her dialogue
everything
is
to do with-
awesome. I think that everything with her acting and her dialogue choices, like all of that is perfect. I guess it's
Her
just,
scenes with Tywin are like.
that's the best. Those are some of the best scenes in the show. But I mean, every scene with Tywin is almost the best scene in the show. That doesn't really say much,
Every scene with her is awesome. She has a whole bunch of stuff with the Faith Militant. She has a bunch of stuff with Cersei. She has some stuff with Varys really early on. Like, she's S tier.
I'd want to put her in A, but
She's so S tier. I'm looking at the list, and people who are like guaranteed S tier, there's probably like
all right, man. We'll
like
go with this one.
two or
here.
three more that I wouldn't budge that are S tier, but she's S tier for sure. For sure, she's S tier.
This guy right here is one of the best bad guys in the show.
I think he's the best bad guy in the show.
I really like him. It's Bolton. What's his?
Ramsay.
He's a Ramsay, right? He's a Ramsay Bolton. Yep. That's right. I really like him, and it's funny because I like him so much, and I hate Theon so much because of him. But
yeah, well, Theon's really hateable though early on.
Yeah, well, I mean, even later on, I guess I never am like, wow, I'm glad Theon's here.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Ramsay can be A tier as a villain.
I totally think he is. I think I want him.
He's
like
he was like the only villain that like. Well, no, actually, never mind.
I like his
He's
dad
a really
too.
good villain.
Oh, we'll get to him. Yeah, I feel like when Ramsay's on screen, bad things actually do happen, and it feels like good guys are gonna get hurt. And so there's a lot of bad guys in shows where that doesn't necessarily happen, but Ramsay, he actually feels like he's kind of a scary bad guy in this show. Here's Robb Stark.
I kind of like Robb more than Jon.
I do like Robb more than Jon, and if Robb didn't die, right, if he wasn't killed, I think he would have been probably like a triple S tier character, but they killed him before he could have been cool enough. Which, it is the culmination of his own mistakes that do this. The dude really did throw the whole war away.
He did throw it away.
I mean, he couldn't have just had her as a side piece, you know what I mean? Like anything besides just throw tens of thousands of guys' lives away so you can get married.
Look, I'll tell you, my buddy Cole.
Yeah.
He, when he first started watching, he was on the first season. I said, "Who's your favorite character?" And he said, "Ned Stark." And I said, I didn't even say it. I was like, "Oh, okay. Who's your second favorite character?" And he said, "Robb Stark." And I was just thinking, poor guy.
Yeah. No, that's totally true.
I don't think he's A tier. I don't think he's A tier.
Oh, I think he's A tier.
I don't think he's better than Ned. I kind of like Ned more.
I think he's around longer than Ned.
And so he's.
I know, but I think
great.
he actually I think he is. I don't know. I like him up there. I like him.
Okay, we can put him in A. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, we're gonna keep.
Put a lot of S, so we'll put him in A.
Now here's his dad, Roose Bolton, right?
Ramsay's dad.
Right?
Yeah, I like Roose Bolton, but I don't think he's that high.
I don't think he's that high, and that's only. I feel like there's probably more stuff in the books with him. I'm assuming that this is a character that there's more stuff going on in the books.
Yeah, he's the Leech Lord, and it's
Yeah.
really heavily implied he's a vampire in the books.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Makes sense why they're evil bastards then, really.
Yeah.
Jeez. I like him. I think he's a good bad guy. I think it's like it's cool that the good guys that are known as noble and honorable, and then there's this one guy who actually does betray them, right? Like people in the North are supposed to not be like traitorous bastards, but Bruce really did. He really did throw that whole war down the drain. I don't know. Jeez, this is kind of a tough list here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't put him above Oberyn Tyrell. I feel like there's probably more to go with him. I feel like if I read the books, I'd probably like him more than this. How's this?
I think he's. Yeah, I think he's probably. He could even be D tier because he really is like very.
They just don't do enough with him in the show.
He doesn't exactly. I think that's the issue with him.
He deserved more. I think because when he's on screen and when I actually do like him, but that's how it goes. This is Stannis Baratheon.
Stannis. All right.
Stannis the Menace.
I like Stannis.
I love Stannis.
Stannis. I don't love. I was gonna say he's D tier.
No, I don't think he's D tier.
His story is very boring.
His story is I am the one who is like he's like I am duty bound to have this because I am actually supposed to have this. If anybody else was supposed to have it, he would give it to them.
He goes and we were gonna have a really cool battle,
mm-hmm.
and instead he kills his brother with magic, and then he goes and sieges where he should win but doesn't, and then he's gone for a season.
Yeah.
Or 2 seasons even, just sits there and does nothing, and then he goes north and dies. I think he's kind of D tier. I like the way he's played, but he's D tier.
I feel like the show really shafted him on what he is. I think the way he's played is more interesting than Jon Snow. I'm gonna be real. I like his character more than I like Jon Snow's. It's just a shame that they shaft him on what he does. I feel like it would have been like the story might have even been better if he did win the siege at the at the Crown. What's it called? I can't even think of it. You know, it's where he was going to go kill Joffrey.
Battle of Blackwater?
Yeah, the Battle of Blackwater. I feel like he would have been, the story would have actually been better if he did win. But I actually want him above Jon Snow. Maybe not. I don't know. There is a lot of guys here. But I feel like I'm looking down here and like there's a lot of guys that I'm actually okay with being in D tier.
I think he's D tier. Well, you're saying people further ahead that should be D tier?
So far. We'll put him here for now. It's not like we can't move him around later.
He's kind of D tier because his story is so lame. And apparently in the books, he's like the second funniest character.
Really?
So, yeah, that's what I read.
That's fine.
But
that's all right. We'll move on to the Hound. This guy is another. He's a good one with a real character, like an actual character. He is probably the coolest knight of all of them. Of all the.
He's Giga S tier. His stuff with like where him and Arya are like traveling through the Riverlands.
Mm-hmm. It's probably the best,
my favorite. It's my favorite arc. It's my favorite arc in the show.
Yeah, and I'm totally cool with that.
He's my favorite character.
I don't like him more than Tyrion. I'm definitely putting him above Olenna Tyrell.
Fair enough. He's my favorite character.
He deserves a lot of love here. I think he belongs in S tier. I think that's totally right. Here's the Mountain, his brother. I think the show probably shafts this guy too because he's not so much a character as he is a walking bad guy, like a walking obstacle for the story. More like if there's a problem, right? The Lannisters will say, "Go deal with the problem," and then now he's the problem over there. Whereas he doesn't really do much of his own initiative, really. You know what I mean? And he even becomes a literal walking ghoul corpse, so he doesn't have any initiative there either. I actually like I want the Mountain at the bottom of D tier personally. They even go through 3 actors for him, I think, in the show.
Yeah, I think he's D tier.
No, I think that's totally reasonable. Here's a character that I think other people like that I really don't actually like. I don't like Varys. I think Varys is boring. I don't like the way he talks.
I think
Dude,
That's a hot take. I'm pretty sure.
it is. It probably is a hot take, and that's because everybody else, I don't know, they like this weird guy. Who's
Yeah,
like,
he's like borderline S tier. He's probably A tier to
okay,
me.
he's not. He's not above these.
No, I
guys.
think your take's the hot take, not mine.
That's fine, but he is not going into A tier. There's definitely 6 other people who belong in A tier.
Well, he's
this
top
guy.
of B tier then. He's top of B tier then.
I refuse to put him above Ned Stark. I can't even like fathom.
Okay,
that.
I'll give it to you. Anybody in the comments, you know who to go after.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me why this loser who dies like a nerd is super cool. Ygritte. She is probably
B tier.
yeah, I think B tier is totally where she belongs.
Yeah, I like her more than Jon Snow. Funny enough.
Yeah, this is the one I would wife if I could. Like that's the wife option right there. Ygritte's the coolest one. I think she's the most entertaining character. From the North Mountains anyway. Like from North.
Oh, I like Tormund. I like Tormund the best.
I think Tormund's probably funnier, but
yeah.
I don't know. I like her interactions with Jon Snow. It's funny because he's like kind of a stoic and like he's kind of uncomfortable, and she's like so open. It's really I like their interactions. I like Littlefinger way more than Varys, and I also don't like him that much. So, this is Littlefinger. He's kind of a lot of the reason that most of the bad things happen in this show.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's played well. He's kind of
played
just
well.
Most people would say he's just worse Varys though. So
I'd say Varys is just worse him. I guess that's.
I know you would.
Yeah,
I'm saying most people.
Maybe so. I can't put him above Jon Snow or Jaime. I would be real. This guy doesn't.
Fair enough. We'll put him in C.
Yeah. This guy's S tier. We all know it. What are we talking about? This right here. This is Bronn of the Blackwater.
Yeah, he's S tier.
Yeah,
he's S tier,
this is an S tier guy. This is Bronn of the Blackwater. Best guy. If it's not Arya Stark and the Hound, it's Bronn and Tyrion. That's the best duo in the show. And I think he is the funniest guy in the show. Every scene he's in is entertaining one way or the other, and he actually feels like he feels like he's important in pretty much every scene that he's in. So I'm actually cool with him. Big fan.
Yeah.
This is
Cat. She's like the worst.
Yeah, I don't like Catelyn Stark. She ruins a lot of stuff.
She's like bottom of D tier. She might be my least favorite character on this list. Honestly.
She's totally accurate. I'll put her above the Mountain.
I like the Mountain more.
Yeah, you would.
I just like it more. You're thinking too that there's a couple mountain scenes that Hafthor Bjornsson isn't in. If you don't remember.
Yeah, and he says like 2 lines when it's with Arya Stark and Tywin Lannister, like when he's got her with him and he doesn't realize who she is.
Yeah, but the scene where they're like, don't look at him or look at him in the eye, they never pick you, and then the one guy looks him in the eye and they pick him.
Oh, I guess that was
that?
Dude, I didn't even realize that was the Mountain.
That's the problem with the Mountain.
Yeah, that's the problem with him, and that's part of why he belongs.
But he's also even when he doesn't talk at all, and he's like Zombie Mountain, he's still cool.
His character it's not a character. That's my problem. He's literally like a dog.
Oh, it's a character.
It's like a dog.
Yeah, I mean,
he fulfills the same role as one of the direwolves. That's exactly.
I mean, I don't know if we threw like Drogon on this list, I'm not going to put him in D tier.
I would. I like Jon Snow's dog better than I like fucking.
All right, we can put Catelyn over him. Catelyn's probably not over him, but we can put Catelyn over him.
I think we put her over him, but
All right, go ahead.
At least she feels like a human being, with importance in the show. This is Joffrey, and
all right, based on how much we like him, he's bottom of D tier.
He is bottom of D tier. But if we were basing him on like how good of a villain he is, which is kind of a different list, I think he would actually be higher up. Probably not S tier, but he is played really, really well for what he's supposed to be. He's played.
What's funny, I hate him a lot more than I hate Ramsay, which probably is a result of his character as like a spoiled kid. And you hate a spoiled kid. It's funny you hate a spoiled kid more than you hate like
an actual psychopath.
An actual psychopath, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
He's probably the basing on how much we like him, I would put him.
Yeah, right.
Because I hate him.
This is where I'd put him. I don't like him either. It's like I'm like, why did we have to have him alive for 3 or 4 seasons? Like he could have been killed. He was probably king the longest, right?
Yeah, in terms of seasons.
In terms of the seasons of the show, which is like so frustrating. This is Daenerys, who you're gonna be like, us tier. I don't like her that much.
No, she's probably like bottom of A, top of B.
Yeah, I think top of B is actually where I'd want her. If I'm looking at these characters down here, though, there probably are people that I'd really want further up.
Yeah, she's cool to go in A. I'm just looking at the list here, and I just don't know who else would be above her.
Well, I like Ned Stark more than her, but I'm sure more people are cool with her being here. They totally screw her over. If we minus this, like the ending where they totally revert her character from being who she is the entire show to somebody she's not, she belongs pretty far up. This is the other loser broad who I hate from the bottom of my heart, who doesn't belong in the show. And I don't just hate her because she's like a loser. It's not like I hate her because she's a psychopath. I also hate her because I think she's uncharismatic and she's arrogant and she's dumb and she thinks she's all the smart things and she's
That's her
not.
character, though. That's her character.
Yeah, her character is really dumb and bad, and I hate her. that's what her character makes me feel like.
Yeah, I think she's played really well, but
she has played really well. That does not mean that I like her.
Yeah, I would say she's probably bottom of D too. Yeah, I really dislike her.
Yeah, that's where she belongs. This is an S tier character. This is.
Yeah, I'd say he's like, he's top of S. Yeah.
Bada boom, right here. That's where he goes.
I agree. Yeah, Tywin's so cold.
If there was if you had to rewrite Game of Thrones and you said, all right, who is going to actually be the most important character from beginning to end, I would want it to be Tywin Lannister. Like, I would want him to be like I want him to be I want to see his whole story from beginning to end.
I would almost say, like, if you look at this list now, if you recasted the whole show, like the people in S tier, like those are the ones who you'd want to keep, no matter, like, if you could only keep the actors who played them.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
If you would pick, like, the S tier are the best ones for sure.
Yeah, that's probably true. The only one would be
maybe
John Bean. Yeah, Ned Stark. That's the only other one.
Joffrey's played really well too. I really hate Joffrey. I'm sure somebody else could play him, but maybe not make me hate him as much. Like how much you hate Joffrey.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point in his characters to hate him, and that's what makes me mad. Yeah. But it's totally. Okay. I think it's totally right.
Next we have
the Blackfish.
The Blackfish.
Another character.
I'm sure you like him. I think he's like C tier. He's kind of like super irrelevant in the show. But...
I know, and that's part of it. This is another character. I'm sure there's more stuff going on in the books, and we like rarely get to see him. They kill him off screen. He's a character who's he's shown as a badass throughout the whole show. Like he's supposed to be a badass, right? And then they kill him off screen. He said, "Yep, he died fighting." Okay, I wanted to see that dying fighting actually, but yeah, they really scammed him. I'm sure there's another world where we actually get to see him have impact on the world, and it's cool. It's not this one.
All right, Mance Rayder.
Mance Rayder is, I think, my favorite king in the show. If not Robb Stark, actually. Maybe I like Robb more. But I really like Mance Rayder. I kind of like his character. I like his ideals. That's what I actually really like about him. And I like that he stands
up there in B then. Throw him up there in B. Go for it.
I think this guy belongs.
I like him.
This character is my favorite from the Daenerys faction. This is Jorah Mormont, right? That's his name.
Yep. I think it's funny how you don't like the characters. I don't think you like the characters from the Daenerys faction.
You say that. This is my A tier guy, but
I know. But the thing is like you would say he's like way the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, do you like Grey Worm?
No. John.
Yeah, I kind of like Grey Worm.
I hate Grey Worm.
I like Melisandre, and I like Grey Worm.
Translator? No, I don't.
I think Daenerys.
I think those two are flat characters. Khal Drogo is cool, but he dies even before Ned. Am I right? Does he die before Ned Stark?
I think both are in the season finale.
Maybe so, but
I think he dies, but then they do the funeral pyre.
Khal Drogo has way less impact on the story than Ned Stark. No, I totally true. Like most of the people from the Daenerys faction, I do not like.
I think, and I think a lot of people are probably flipped on that. I think a lot of people really like the Daenerys faction. I could be wrong.
I'm willing to bet that Grey Worm and her translator are not an A tier for anybody. I think you put I bet you they're not an A tier.
Oh, I think people. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people might not put Jorah in A tier. I like Jorah, but I don't think a lot of people would put him in A tier.
I think he belongs in A tier. But
all right, next is top of S.
Not top of S.
Find another.
Walder Frey is. This is a guy who's actually a good villain. He's a good villain, but like, it's not. This is not one of the best characters in the show. He is literally a rotten bastard.
You can put him down there. We don't like him. We're
Yeah,
happy to
we
see the way
don't-
he died too. He had a good death.
Yeah, he was funny though, so I'm gonna put him above Cersei because I hate her.
Yeah. All right, and because we didn't put her in here, where would you put Arya?
Where would I put Arya? Probably behind Jon Snow, between Jaime. Actually, above. No, I put him above Littlefinger. Her above Littlefinger. Yep.
Holy cow!
Yeah. That's right.
Holy cow!
Yeah, no, I like seeing all these other
They're gonna-
characters, and I think she's awesome. But
They're gonna ban you from doing Game of Thrones takes.
that's okay. They can ban me from.
I
Game
would
of
say
Thrones.
she's the best Stark character.
Yeah, I don't like her more than Rob.
Craziness.
I don't like her
She's
more than Rob
definitely-
or Ned. But
I don't really like her more than Ned, but Ned's only in it for a season, so.
yeah.
I like her more than Rob for sure. She's
If
way
she
cooler.
wasn't with the Hound, I don't think people would have liked her as much. And then when she's not with the Hound, I think people don't like her that much. I think that's the issue. I think she's like her character is multiplied by the fact that she is with the Hound. Kind of like it's like the opposite.
Even when she's not with the Hound and when she's with Tywin and Harrenhal and she's
Tywin
with
is
the
good.
blacksmith
The Tywin is good.
and she's with that what's it the Night's Watch guy? Remember the Night's Watch guy? She's part of her camp for a
I
little
guess
bit.
that is true. I kind of do like those, but again, I like that Night's Watch guy a lot. I kind of wish he's kind of like the coolest
Yeah.
like nobody in the show actually.
He kind of is, yeah.
But it's like I don't know. Maybe it's because she's with so many cool characters. And that's the
I
thing.
know.
When she's
I
not
also noticed you didn't. I also noticed you didn't put Bran on here. Where's Bran at?
garbage, trash.
At
character.
bottom of D. He's the
Fucking
worst
ass
character.
character, bro.
The fact that he's the king at the end is despicable.
Literally loser writing. I don't know what like. Who
Well, no,
they-
I think he is the king in the books, but I'm sure his character is just way more compelling in the books.
That doesn't mean that totally still loser writing. Don't care if that character. It's got to be a different character in spirit, maybe not in name in the books. But I'm willing to bet that if George R.R. Martin made him the king in the books, he's probably a better written character in the books than he is in the show.
Yeah, and the guy he's with is like the three-eyed raven is actually like the general consensus is that he's Blood Raven, who's like a old character.
Yeah,
He's like a super old Targaryen character.
yeah.
He's just like immortal now, and he's like was kind of evil, and then he went to the Night's Watch, and then he disappeared. But it's like it kind of would also make sense that he's kind of like takes the mantle that like because that's kind of what Blood Raven did.
Yeah.
Was like ran the kingdom.
Mm-hmm. No,
So-
I guess it could be an interesting like thing, and I'm just not interested by it because I don't like. Bran
Well,
at
because
all.
he's so bad in the show. He's so
Yeah.
bad in the show.
Yeah, and I don't like him, and it's not that I don't dislike him in season 1, but every season after season 1, but that's just because he's a kid, like he doesn't do anything interesting. I think it's just
Yeah.
because he just fulfills the role of a kid as he should, and then as the show gets on, he becomes more and more annoying to see on screen. 'Cause I'm like, I would rather see everything else but this. The kid in the wheelchair walking through the woods and the wilds, and he's got this dumb giant carrying him around. Don't like it. Boring story. This is the deconfirmed list with optimal correct opinions. Sorry guys, if your opinion is not this, it's wrong. Tell me why you like Loser Varys, and I'll tell you why you have bad opinions.
Right.
Yeah. Do us a favor and check out Winter Reach Emporium coming out.
Give it a wish list.
Yeah, we'd
Helps a
appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time.